The MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Barn Fantasy, a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5, $50 bonus funds. Use promo code MLB SGPN. And welcome, everybody, to the MLB Gambling Podcast here on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. It's currently Friday morning, September 5th, around 10:50 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm your host, Reichel, once again joined by the bros together to break down our favorite props for the Friday card. Apologies, we're running a bit late, but for some reason, the streaming platform basically had a breakdown on me, so I had to try to troubleshoot, but I got in, so that counts for something, I guess. Adam, how's it going? What's up?
It's good. I already see people coming in saying that they want to see us drag some touts. I'll drag a couple touts. I think the plays that Shane Trails puts out are really stupid. There you go. He's one of my friends. I will absolutely drag a guy who's giving out 100 minus 175 money lines that lose.
So I do have to call out another tout, which is, I know he still gives out a bunch of free picks, but he also gives out some bonus picks, whatever.
Analytics Capper, we could drag a bunch of guys.
No, I was going to say the ladder guy's back. The calling your shot guy's back. He gave out an NFL ladder, 4 legs. He lost again. So, yeah, some things don't change. But either way, he ended up losing Dak by like 12 yards, I think. I don't really care. Once again, I don't think he's still ever completed a ladder in his life. So the calling our shot guy is still over on the ladders, as he ended up losing day one again. So there you go. Anyway, anything you want to talk about? I know my episode last time out was not good at all. I went 0-3, which was not fun. I think it was the first time I went 0-3 in months. But either way, point is not a good episode for me. How'd you do last time?
It's good. You bet my bets, so you were 2-1.
Yeah,
3-1. We did great. We did great. We did fine. Things haven't been as great overall. Not the best. Yes, like yesterday, I was pretty much saved by maxing out Jalen Hurts TD. I'm not freaking out about it, but I don't know. First game for NFL, winding down MLB. We got a couple of our favorites who are playing today. We're good. We're not, and also like if I look at my account. Like all of our WNBA futures have been cashing, so I'm not really too concerned about.
The Valkyries officially clinched a playoff spot. Plus
yeah, dude, that's fucking wild. That's fucking wild.
There is a funny detail with the Valkyries, but
I saw it.
WNBA show. But
what they say was the conflict has to be a concert.
I got to imagine it's a concert. I don't know what else there'd be in the Chase Center.
It's really effed up. Actually, the thing is that they don't like. The thing is, I saw you had tweeted like, oh, how did they double book? Like they always double book because that happens because they'll be like, oh, we're gonna move the concert to this time.
Oh, I didn't tweet anything about double booking. I just said the WNBA should be embarrassed. I didn't say anything about.
WNBA should be embarrassed. WNBA should be embarrassed for a lot of reasons. Like you can't put out, and this is the corporate side of it. You can't put out that you have record numbers in viewership within a week of like one of your star players saying they're done for the season and also tell your players that you're not making any money. You can't say all three things and do that. It's just poor PR.
Yeah, pretty much. But I understood what happened. I just think that it's embarrassing for a team's first ever season. I'm not going to get too detailed, but
they're the best home court in the league.
Best home court, great attendance and all.
Great attendance.
They can't host a home playoff game. So that's
it's bad. I think that's very bad.
It's bad. Either way, though, point is this is a baseball show, so we'll get back into baseball. Before we get into any of the props that we have for the show, though, for Friday, a reminder that you can also check out the free roll football contest, which is back, free to enter, and you're picking every NFL game ATS. $3K for first place, $4K if you have Patreon. Once again, membership with SGPN. And a reminder, sign up with the promo link. I'll go to sportsgambling.com/free roll to enter the contest. Plus, a reminder, check the merch store on the website because we can give you a nice discount at the moment, 25% off everything in the merch store with the code football. Be sure to check out the MLB Gambling Podcast merch. And a reminder that this code works for anything on the merch store. So no matter what the show is, no matter what the merchandise is, 25% off everything in the merch store with the code football. Plus, a reminder, check out the Survivor contest that we have, $100 entry fee, winner take all, sportsgambling.com/survivor to enter the contest. Anyway, moving on to the actual props that we have for the card on Friday. Adam, what do you go first as always? What's going to be your first player prop for the Friday card?
Coming hot out of the gate. Guys that stink. Guess
Okay.
who's had 3 hits in his last 4 games, but we still think he stinks.
Anthony Volpe.
Bingo. Anthony Volpe, no hits, plus 115. Gets Gauss.
I actually thought about taking this yesterday, so
we think
there
a
you
lot.
go. Yep.
He's bad at. I think he's his against Gaussman. He is.
Oh wait, I think I remember this. Hang on a second. 3 for 24 with 10 strikeouts.
3 for 26 with 10 strikeouts. You're right, and 2 extra base hits and a home run. So like it's basically he caught 3 great pitches really well. I'll take him.
Just trying to prove to people I actually did the research on this because
no,
I thought it was around
I think it's
there,
great.
but yeah,
I think it's great. It's also it's sort of like we're like right back to the well as soon as he got a hit, like going right back to it.
Yes, I can get behind that too. It's plus money. Volpe at plus money, I think is a great deal. Now I have to at least sound the alarm bells. It was pretty funny, at least for me, because I remember that I was on your podcast and we ended up talking about our favorite fades of the season. And unfortunately, my guy was out of commission until Cleveland brought him back.
Yeah.
Ironically, he actually homered in his first at bat back, which I thought was pretty funny. But he still stinks. I'm going to go with Jhonkensy Noel. No hits.
I call him Junkie Noel.
It's really fair. Either way, though, besides the random home run he had against the Yankees in the playoffs, he's done nothing for most of his career. And this year, he's been really, really bad. He's batting about 150. He's had no hits in 11 of his last 13 games. On the road this season, 66 plate appearances, a 123 batting average. So even money for a guy who gets pinch hit for all the time. You could argue that he only bats against lefties, even though his batting average is basically the same lefties versus righties. It's not good either way. But point is, Noel might get pinch hit for early in this game. He strikes out a ton. I don't really need to explain to you the fantastic opportunity that the under hits prop is for Noel, but it's one of my personal favorites, and now I can bet it again. So give me Noel, no hits at plus 100. And you're looking at Tampa. They might be using Jax to start the game. We'll see. Might be Seymour for the most part, who has been okay, not amazing, but the Rays are able to mix and match a bunch of guys, which can result in Noel maybe getting pinch hit for again. We'll see. I think he pinch hit yesterday. He struck out. What a shock. Give me Noel, no hits, though, at plus 100. I know you're going to co-sign, but do you want a second to talk about Noel?
No, he sucks.
Yeah, I think he's one of the worst hitters in the entire league. So even money. There you go. That's my thoughts on that one. But either way, though, moving on to your second prop for the show. Although I see Ryan mentioning the Winds blowing out to Wrigley. I actually do have a play in that game coming up later on. For the MLB show yesterday, for the games today, my lock was actually the over in that game. So I actually think there will be some runs in that game, whether it's wind-related or not. Assad, I think, is very good, and Irvin's been god-awful. I think there might be a bunch of runs in that game anyway. Anyway, moving on to your second prop for the card. What do you like as your second prop?
Gavin Williams was awesome in his last start a couple days ago. It was really good. You know what else he did? I never know. It's safe to assume that 99% of the $3,000 to $4,000 I force you to spend on futures you take with me, which is why we're friends. Because if you didn't, you'd be up, because his 160 Ks for the season obviously cashed a couple days ago. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna fade him off that great start. I'm gonna because he's going to Tampa Bay, where there's a 40% chance there's 40% humidity. We got a little bit of feels like that's about 5 degrees higher than what it is temperature wise. I don't like that for pitchers. But we're gonna take his over earned runs at plus 2.5. Let me just kind of go over to handy graphs.
Well, you're also forgetting to mention that besides the issues potentially with Williams here, the Rays have just been on absolute fire lately.
Well, steal my thunder, bro. Let me get to it. I'll get to it. Williams, so another thing that I always look for in handy graphs, it's right here. Last 3 road starts, you have an xERA of 4.75, but your actual ERA is 2.5. That means you're getting crazy value on fading a dude. His Ks are down, his O swings are down, his first pitch strikes are down, all that stuff is down. And then as we look at the last 30 plate appearances for these Tampa Bay Rays against righties, everybody in the lineup is smacking the ball, like you said. Diaz batting 500 over his last 30 plate appearances. Brandon Lau 300. Junior Caminero 379. Josh Lau 414. Jake Magba 400. Like this entire this entire team is slapping the ball at a good time to do it. So give me Gavin Williams over 2.5 earned runs at plus money, plus 110.
Are those sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their freaking heads? Yeah.
I need to revisit that movie this weekend. So I'm solo this week. See, this would have been a good weekend for you to like come to Boston and hang out because like it's just me and my kids.
You just straight up did not tell me.
As weird as that probably sounds to everybody, Scott and I have hung out in way weirder places, but also because like I could just stay up all night playing video games and
we got pizza with Noops at 3 a.m.
Exactly. I love it.
Yeah, we've vibed, but yeah, I didn't know. So thanks for the invite. I don't know if I can make it, but thanks for the invite this weekend. Anyway, point is, even though I do agree that Tampa's been hitting the ball well lately, and Gavin Williams, I think, could be in a bit of trouble here. Gavin Williams, though, I actually like in a matchup because I am going to go with another no hits prop. I'm going with a Rays guy, actually, a guy who also might get pinch hit for in the middle of the game. I'm going to go with Hunter Fiducia. I'm going to go with his no hits at plus 100 as well. He's had no hits in 10 of his last 13 games. And Gavin Williams, despite being a righty, has actually been incredible against lefties. His reverse splits are kind of nuts. Lefties this season, large sample, have 304 plate appearances against them, a 141 batting average. He's just really good against lefties for whatever reason. But you're looking at a Rays guy in MPC and Hunter Fiducia, who once again has no hits in 10 of the last 13, might get pinch hit for. You mentioned a bunch of the guys who have been good recently, whether it involves the usual suspects, whether it involves a couple of the random outfielders they rotate in the platoon. I can see him getting lifted in this game. The point is, Williams, I think, can shut down the lefties to some degree. Lefty reliever comes in, he gets pulled. We'll see what happens. But he is a lefty. He's not a switch hitter, so he might get pulled in the middle of this game. But I'm going to go with another no-hits guy. Give me Hunter Fiducia no-hits at plus 100 as my second play for this one. But before we get into your third play for the actual card, a reminder that we are brought to you by our sponsor, which is MyBookie.ag. Whose bookie?
My bookie.
You can use them to bet on football, use them to bet on really anything else. They have every sport you can think of. Use the prop builder for props. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit, get any fast payouts with crypto. And a reminder, when you sign up for a new account, use the code SGPN for 100% bet back bonus up to $500 with, once again, for new customers. That's my MyBookie.ag promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Check out their models for college football, for the NFL, for baseball. Check it out for WNBA. A lot of different sports. They have golf as well. A reminder, though, they have a brand new leaderboard reward system where they are giving you a special chance to win $1K if you actually use the leaderboard with weekly cash prizes. You can track your bets in the app, track 5 bets of the same type from any model you built, and you can win $1K. Once again, the bets don't even have to win. You just have to track them on any model. So do that, and you can win a free $1,000. A reminder, though, we have a nice promo link with Rhythm for a 7-day free trial. Go to sportscampus.com/rhythm to get your 7-day free trial. Sportscampus.com/rhythm to get your 7-day free trial. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finish going through the first 2 props each that we have for the card. Time to move on into your third prop for the Friday card. Adam, what do you like as your third player prop?
So first of all, someone's asking about the NFL prop show. We're going to fix how that's distributed because this is 80% Scott's fault, 20% my fault, because Kramer said to both of us, "Are you guys set?" And we both said yes, but we actually hadn't really paid attention.
For the record, it's basically the same setup I had for baseball, but
yes,
we have to tweak a couple of things.
We have to, no. Like show format was fine.
No. I'm saying like
we just have to get it out there. Like for everybody's purposes, like all the stuff's going to move over to there is another thing. We're going to stream it to there. We're going to do all that stuff so that we can just keep getting whatever. And we'll actually be putting out the link ahead of time. We'll do that stuff. We didn't do that, but we saw a lot of you guys that showed up. So that was kind of
cool. By the way, but J-Main, to answer your question, we did the show yesterday. It's on the Propcast feed. I know that we both, I'm sure, retweeted it on our Twitters, so just check it out. But we did record it last night. So if you want the NFL prop show, we recorded that yesterday. So there you go. But anyway, what were you going to say about your third prop?
Nothing. It's Dean Kramer Day.
Okay. Pro or anti today?
We're backing him today.
Okay. The Iron Dome cap.
Came back home. There's a couple things with Israel, but there was nothing like major that I thought was going to shift this. His outs line plummeted to 15.5 after 2 starts, and it's too low. 15.5, especially with how this Dodgers team is hitting. So this Dodgers team is, by the way, we have to set a calendar reminder. I said this 2 years ago to set the calendar reminder, and we didn't.
Okay.
We have to. Every time they play the Pirates, we got to bet the Pirates. Like, we didn't do it last year, and then I said we should.
The Pirates randomly just own this team.
They own this team. So we should do that. Anyway, the
Kramer outs.
So point is Kramer outs. Over. Going to go with the over Kramer outs. Righties have been killing the Dodgers. Everybody's been kind of killing the Dodgers. He's obviously very low on his this drop because he's off 2 bad starts. He's now at home. Give it to me. Good Israel news means that's good for him.
I'm trying to think if there's been any Israel news at all. I know Israel lost to Slovenia in basketball, if we care about that. I think Avdi had like 34 points, but Luka kind of went crazy. But I don't really have any updates in the geopolitical world. You're more tapped into that than I am. So has there been any news that would result in a good start? Or this is just fate in the Dodgers who've been really bad on the road?
I'm going to look right now. So I looked, and like the only thing I could find was the AP reporting calls into question why Israel attacked a Gaza hospital. When was this? It was in August, so it was a while ago.
No, it's a bit too outdated. We need like day of.
You need net new news. So I always type in Israel. And then I see
that's probably a good place to start,
right? Yeah. And then I look and I see what are the top stories, and the top story. Well, one of them is Al Jazeera, so I know that that's going to be kind of skewed. So I ignore it. The Al Jazeera headlines are usually Israel murdered everybody, which is
that sounds like an Al Jazeera headline.
Exactly. Right. They're extremely one-way.
No, we're looking for the hard hitting. And then
the next one's the opposite. It's the Times of Israel, which I'm ignoring this one because this one's
we're looking for the hard hitting news,
right?
Fox
and so,
News or CNN. Just kidding, but
right.
Still.
And so I honestly do look for like CNN or New York Times, and New York Times is just Israel controls almost half of Gaza City. Like that's it. So that's to me, that's not net new. That's not a fade. That is a back. Dean Kramer.
That sounds like you can argue that is a form of military success for Israel.
Form of military success. It's more of net Kramer. New. Oh, Wes Sliver coming in Israel World Cup qualifier game today.
We'll see if they win or not.
We'll see if they win or not. Yeah. Yeah. It's so anyway. Look, there's no net new military action that would distract somebody because it's horrific.
Yeah, I think that we haven't really talked about this before for the geopolitical angle, but for the Iron Dome cap, we're assuming that no news at all is still good.
No news is good news. Yeah, no news is good news. That's basically what the angle is then.
Okay, so there you go. We'll go with Kramer to go with, once again, over 15.5 outs with the no news is good news philosophy here. Also, the Dodgers being bad. So there you go. Anyway, moving on to my final prop for the show. I am going to go with a pro batter play. I'm going to go with a Nationals guy who's been pretty good lately. I'm going to go with Dalen. I actually did not learn the official pronunciation. Is it Lily? Is it Lyle?
Maybe Lyle.
It could be. I have to actually look it up. But either way, point is I am going to go with the over half a single for, I'm going to say Lyle for convenience. I'll look it up, though. I forgot to actually look it up beforehand. Even money's a great deal. He's the definition of a contact hitter. He's at least one single in 14 of his last 20 games. He's also been great against righties recently. Last 30 plate appearances against righties, he's batting .407 with a .986 OPS. He's been really good, just simply put, with basically no home runs. He just is a good singles hitter. But you're also looking at Asado's pitching for Chicago, who's been quite bad against lefties this season. 27 plate appearances, a .320 batting average, but Lyle's been very, very good. And the fact is, a guy who's batting .320 against, or lefties are batting .320 against Assad, he's batting .407 against righties over the last 30 plate appearances, and he has at least one single in 14 of the last 20. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go with Lyle to go over half a single at plus 100 as my only pro batter prop. All 3 props that I have, even money. So we'll see what happens. But there you go. That's my thoughts. Any thoughts on Lyle? I know that he's kind of under the radar on this bad Nationals team. Guy can hit, so I'm going to go with his single in this game.
You are the singles master. I'm seeing a couple things in the chat that I think are worth highlighting. Jason Whiteman. Jason, is it Whiteman or Whittyman?
I assumed it was
I don't
Whitman,
really care. I'll call you Jason. I don't really care about your last name. Brings up a really good, this is really sharp on his end, if you want to put that up. That the Mets first five team total under 2.5 runs. He's noted that Abbott gives him all. He's up in the 6. That's why he likes him more than under. It's a little bit too juice for me, but I like that you thought it. I like the thinking through. I don't know. I don't know if the Nerfy is something that you would want to look at there too, but I like that angle. And then Gary Chen is pointing out that Israel is getting bad press the last hour for destroying a high-rise building in Gaza. It's not bad enough though. So
I feel like Kramer might be happy about that. So
yeah, he might be like, fuck those dudes. Yeah, so
he might be. So that might be like bad press, but that might be some news that makes Kramer happy. So I don't actually know if that's worthy of fading him in this situation. Yeah. He could still be bad, by the way. We're just picking him to go distance. So
yeah, I just like whenever we have these casts, by the way, they always have some data back to them. Like last time, it wasn't that Israel threw bombs into Syria. It was just that the Orioles flew across the country with no off day.
Yeah, pretty much.
For this, it's a lot more of, I just think it's too much of an adjustment for a guy who's an automatic 6, even in his bad starts against a team that is not hitting very well.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I'm not afraid. I'm basically not afraid of this Dodgers team. Also, Orioles are off an off day. Everyone's kind of rested. Like,
they were good against the Padres, and
he's below his pitching innings for limit. Jermaine saying y'all didn't acknowledge my pitcher props, and they all hit.
I didn't see them.
Prop. Sorry.
I'm actually scrolling up. At no point do I see a pitching prop.
I don't see a pitching.
Then again, I actually did join late. That's the first comment I see. It's from Restream telling you to never miss a comment.
Yeah,
so no, I just don't see your comment. At no point do I see it. I was having some technical issues, so by the time I joined in, I don't believe that I saw it on the comment thing. So yeah, J-Man, I just didn't see it. Just simply put. But either way, congrats that they always hit though. But I just didn't see one today. I would have read it if I saw it, but I didn't see it. So either way, we'll ask you though, since we did finish our 6 props, any platonic props, any miscellaneous stuff you want to share?
Let's see. Other stuff that I like. Gabriel Arias strikeouts.
Yeah, he's our guy. Free spin.
He's our guy. He's back. He got benched for like 2 days, and now he's back. Yeah, we're taking his strikeouts.
Okay.
Plus 125, 2Ks, automatic. He sat for 2 days, and then he came back and had 2 straight games of striking out again.
Twice. I have to ask though, are you going back to Kowser?
Against, is it Ohtani?
Ohtani was supposed to go against Pittsburgh, and they said no. So
right,
I'm assuming it is Ohtani. I'm assuming it is Ohtani.
I'm assuming it's Ohtani too. He's not up because they haven't announced.
That burned me in the last show. I ended up taking Devaney no hits because I thought it was going to be Ohtani, and they instead threw in Shaheen, and he gave up a hit. But whatever. So it might be Ohtani. We'll see. But does it matter who's pitching? If we're being honest here, I mean Cortez was awful, and he still struck out Kowser.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it actually matters who's pitching, but
I don't think it matters. He's just terrible. I just take him automatically. Yeah, I don't know. Gabriel Arias though, I did take for sure.
Okay, there you go. Anything else you want to share? Or is that it? Cool. Anyway, it's going to wrap it up for all of our props for the show. We do still have the best bet segment and the article entry, so don't forget about that. Before we get into any of that, a reminder they're brought to you by our sponsor, which is right on cue, Arctic Fantasy. Because you can check out the pick'em entries, going to 500 times your entry. Hopefully, you got in on the best ball. It ended if you tried to sign up, so apologies if you missed out. But if you are in the running, 15 million in prizes, so hopefully you win something. But a reminder, check out the pick'em entries, and you could potentially win a lot of money. They also have a new offer for new customers. Play just $5. Get $50 bonus funds when you use promo code MLB SGPN. We're also brought to you by Novig, a reminder that they are America's #1 sports prediction market. This is Novig's an exchange. You know you're getting the best prices in the market. Novig's also available in 35 plus states. Download the app. Get $50 when you spend $5. If you use promo code SGPN, get on the action with Novig. Promo code SGPN. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going through our props for the show. Time for our best bets. Adam, out of all the props that you gave out, which one is your favorite?
Let's go with Volpe. Volpe fades are always good fades.
Yeah. I can get behind that too, as you know. So there we go. I mean, I still think it was one of the funniest outings was when the Yankees scored like 20 runs against the Nationals.
And he had no hits.
He was like the only guy on the team without a hit, and they ended up with like 20 hits, which I appreciated. So either way, you know that I'm pro Volpe fading. Been better lately. He's going to have to play a bit more because Jazz got injured recently. So we'll see how long Jazz is out for, but it doesn't matter. He stinks. So that's my thoughts on that one with you. For mine, I'm going back to my boy. I have to do it. What's his nickname again? Big Christmas?
Yeah.
That was his nickname?
Yeah, well,
John Kenzie Noel.
Christmas is ruined.
Yeah, either way, it's September. It's not December. So I'll fade Big Christmas here. I think that at the end of the day, even money fading Noel is too good of a deal. Tampa's also very good. They always have been at mixing and matching pitchers. So you might see Noel against a bunch of different guys, which can go pretty poorly. Give me Noel. He could be a good 2-strikeout guy, by the way, because he's always a good 2-strikeout guy. But the problem is he might get lifted. So we'll see what happens. But give me Noel, no hits at plus 100 as my best bet for the show. Anyway, for the underdog, I'll ask you, is there anything you want to recycle from the show today? Because you mentioned Arias, but I never know what you're going to do for your mystery and what you're going to do for the underdog. So that's kind of why I never want to assume what you want to recycle.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, let's look. Let me look at this.
I mean, do you want to just run back Volpe and Noel, or those are just straight bets and we move on with our lives?
Well, here's an idea. Wait, you want to do You just want to do a two? You want to do a 2-leg?
No, I was saying the first 2 out of the 3 that we're going to do. You want to just recycle the no hits for these 2 guys, or would you rather straight bet them, or just double down?
I straight bet. Hold on. Let me look at Noel. Let's see this.
I believe his batting average is higher than is expected over the last 10 games.
Yeah, let's take Noel. Let's do Noel. I'm looking.
I looked that up yesterday on.
I looked it on Handigraphs. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Lower
total
bases. Let's do that. And then let's do want to do an all Angels of Death style. These guys stink.
Yeah, that's fine. That's kind of the angle I was going for today.
Who is Logan Davidson?
Logan Davidson. Why do I feel like that sounds like a very older baseball player?
Who's Mason Barnett? Who are these guys?
For the Angels, they might be fake players. Davidson sound vaguely familiar, but I thought he was somebody else because apparently he was on the Athletics earlier this year. I thought he might have been one of those guys who was in the majors, went to the minors for 3 years and came back randomly. But no,
all right, we're gonna take. It doesn't matter. We're gonna take Gino Suarez to not get a hit either against Chris Sale.
Okay, that's fine.
He has 0 in 14 plate appearances. So
how many strikeouts does he? How many strikeouts does he have with that? 11?
9. We're gonna take his
9.
case.
Okay, there we go. So that could be a good first plate appearance strikeout option.
Yeah. In fact, let me put that in now.
Okay.
So I don't forget. He's minus 120. He's minus 120 to strike out twice. We're absolutely taking this straight. Okay. This is a non-issue. I
actually thought about taking Sale for strikeouts as one of my runner-up plays. I didn't take it, but Sale might strike. He might strike out 10.
It's really low for Sale. It's 7.5.
Yeah, I saw it was juiced, but in reality, he struck out, it was 9 Phillies in his first start back? You look great.
Dude, 5.94 payout for this. Do you want to do it?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay, so Sale K's, Gino no hits. Sale higher, 7.5 strikeouts. Gino lower, 0.5 total bases. Junkie Noel lower, 0.5 total bases.
Yeah, pretty much. That's fine.
Cool.
So there we go. Let's go, Chris Sale.
I'm sending it to you.
All right. Anyway, that's going to officially wrap it up for the show. Apologies for the late start, but for whatever reason, I guess my Chrome was acting up with Restream, so I had to get creative. Shout out to Safari, though. I'm sure most people forgot that was a browser, but I'm using it right now, so I appreciate it. Anyway, Adam, anything else you want to
add? No.
A reminder, check out the NFL Prop Show on the Propcast feed, so check that out. We'll be doing that at least once a week for the football season. Anyway, till next time, find me on Twitter, Rich Radio. Find him on Twitter at Rosenberg, and good luck to all of you and all of your